Fast tells in the end. Sincero gives an emotional Steve Farley a sweet start to a big Melbourne spring in the Memsie.
Sincero let down with a beautiful run inside the 100, draws away, and Sincero came clear to beat Happy Trails by 2 lengths.
It's 7 for 7 for Piero as he comes back in devastating fashion with spring stardom awaiting him.
Down that sits down to ride him out, Piero. He gives him a crack with a whip. He's holding them safely at bay. What a great colt he is.
A great colt, a great trainer, enjoying a great day. But did she deserve this special serenade?
Happy birthday, Gay. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip, hooray. Hip hip, hooray. Hip hip, hooray.
Oh, please, punters. It's Father's Day and happy birthday to Gay, but did she deserve that? Welcome to Racing Review on a Sunday. We'll review that performance too of Richie Callander as he auditioned for The Voice. I'm not sure if it really was an audition, but a great day for Gay Waterhouse yesterday. She now has the favourites for the Caulfield Guineas and the Cox Plate, and multiple at the top of the markets with that, and Piero, outstanding, will top the show this morning. And Sincero, a star in Melbourne for Steve Farley. An emotional Steve Farley with Sincero winning a Memsie, and a typical Memsie with so many good runs to analyse going forward. Looking forward to all that this morning and all your input. But let's welcome in the Shark, who, fresh from sponsoring the time-honoured shark.com.au stakes yesterday, won by Peter Moody. Did you get to meet Peter after that sponsorship deal, did you?
I didn't know. He had something to saddle up, so off Peter went, and we went off to the winning owners room and no owners were there. So it's just me and my little troop of subscribers from the website went and enjoyed a winner's beer with Jeff O'Connor. But a terrific day at Caulfield, and great to see Piero back in Sydney. I think Frankel, my man crush, might be in trouble. There might be some competition there.
Is this the new one? Frankel v Piero?
Yeah, I think there'll be 2 photos on the wall at the offices of Shark Industries, I think.
We thought we got rid of...
Absolutely awesome. I think Mark said it right in his call. He put his unbeaten record on the line, and when some horses look for somewhere to hide, this bloke doesn't, and he is a star. And well, I tell you what, there was all the trainers and owners were that excited when Gay said, I'm not deviating from my plan. He's going to Melbourne for the stud. He won't be here for the Golden Rose, and it just opens up our only $1 million race for the Borderley Wines Golden Rose. Congratulations to Steve Farley. Outstanding performance, and congratulations to him. But also, after my first appearance for a long while on Get On Thursday with the Shark, we both made outlandish statements about Glen Cadham Gold if it won the Caulfield Cup. I've got a feeling it's going to get a bit chilly for a Shark.
I'm happy, Rich. I'm comfortable. It was a nice win yesterday, but as you said on Thursday night, there was plenty in his favour there on the weekend.
All right, Mark Sheen, welcome to you. What did you make of Richie's little serenade there for Gay?
Well, after watching him give Singo one on the lips there a couple of years ago, it's good to see that he's gone to the females now.
We want your input this morning on Racing Review. These are the usual addresses to contact us, racingreview@tvn.com.au. Already plenty of emails through on a multiple range of topics, and all the Twitter addresses from Snowy Clark to Richie Please to the Shark tweet, and of course at Racing Review. Okay, let's get stuck into the action. And, well, it had been billed early in the week as Piero versus All Too Hard. The betting said it won't be versus anyone, it'll be versus the clock. It ended up being that way. Here's Piero in the run to the Rose.
For a start, they're off and racing, and Asher Can broke very fast and went the early lead. Now, All Too Hard jumped out reasonably well for him today. He's back about second last, but going up on the rail. Asher Can led from Your Song. Piero running third. He's one off the rail in that spot. Then All Too Hard is trying to push out off the fence to try and get on his back. Then Epilep on the outside, and back last of all as they settle down is Ninth Legion. They run to the 800. Pace is pretty moderate, and the leader Asher Can led by 3/4. Piero is second. Your Song third on the rail. Epilep got shunted out 3 wide, so All Too Hard's gone up in the middle. He's right on the back of Piero, and Ninth Legion back last of all. Coming for home, 500 to run. Piero moving up to Asher Can. He's almost on level terms. A neck away on the outside, Epilep. Then Your Song, All Too Hard ridden along behind them, and Ninth Legion coming down the outside. So this unbeaten record goes on the line again with Piero. He's in front as they draw to the 250. Your Song on the fence, then All Too Hard. Ninth Legion down the outside, and Epilep. Now Nash sits down to ride him out, Piero. He gives him a crack with a whip. He's holding them safely at bay. What a great colt he is. He beat Your Song. Third's a 3-way go. All Too Hard, Epilep, and on the outside, Ninth Legion.
A different class to them. Piero, the 2-year-old, comes back against the jinx. Perhaps what jinx? Piero. Great training performance here by Gay. She's basically trained this horse in public. She was telling everyone, as she so often does, what was the program for Piero to get him right. He'd go to the races fit. He went to the races fit. He was a clear class above the opposition there. The sectional times will tell you that, Richard. I think well, seeing's believing. You know how good he is.
Most definitely, and I even said yesterday in the preview, the last 3 weeks that we've seen him come to the exhibition gallop and come to race day, you've seen that improvement each week in his mark, yet he's still got... I don't think he was anywhere near as big as he was when we won first.
Silver Slipper, yeah.
Won the Silver Slipper, but he's got a whole new preparation, and Gay's gearing this whole preparation towards 1.25 miles.
But this was a dominant win. He was never going to lose this race at any stage, and as you said, like, he'd improved dramatically even from that gallop last week. In the space of 7 days, he'd looked much better in the coat. I don't know what's going to beat him because he's a freak.
Shark, we'll talk about the beat brigade. Let's concentrate on what Gay's done with this horse first. It's been spectacular, playing catch up to some extent, but she knew when this horse was right and sent to the races right yesterday.
Yeah, she certainly did, and as you mentioned, Bruce, the best thing about Gay is that she tells everybody exactly how the horses are going. Okay, she tells you that everything's going to win a lot of the time, but you just sense with Piero there's that total belief in the horse during the 2-year-old campaign. Made no bones about the fact she thought it was one of the best 2-year-olds she'd ever had, and kept saying, wait till you see him as a 3-year-old. He's certainly got the pedigree to improve and be just as good, if not better, this season. There's nothing in Melbourne that can beat him. We saw a couple of nice horses emerge yesterday in the McNeil, but what else is going to get near him in a Guineas?
Well,